Hello, everyone out there in Rumble X and YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego, and today we're going to talk some more about The Housemaid from last year, 2025, starring Sydney Sweeney. What the hell's her name? Amanda Seyfried, Brendan Skellner, that guy, that sissy, and who else? Elizabeth Perkins, yeah, the old lady, from the Flintstones, Wilma Flintstone from the Flintstones movie. Yeah, they went nonstop on this one. Okay, The Housemaid, which is like the what is it, like the 8th or 7th movie that Sydney Sweeney has made in the past 2 years. All of them flops. Okay, with the exception of this one. This is the only one that actually is going to turn a profit. Okay, as you know, Sydney Sweeney is the it girl right now. She is the hot chick. Usually this lasts about 6 months and then it gets replaced with another hot chick. But right now she's out there. She's in her Q score is pretty high. She's in the public zeitgeist. People are talking about her. She pulls these stunts. She did a jeans ad for American Eagle, which a lot of the libtards said was white supremacy and all that, eugenics, all this kind of crap. Okay, when she was just doing a jeans ad, and American Eagle sold a record number of jeans because of that commercial that she made. Okay, and what was so special about that commercial? Why did it garner so much attention? Well, because the commercial wasn't woke. Number one, it actually had a beautiful, sexy woman on there, which liberals hate. They do not like, as much as they call themselves feminists. The truth is, they're intimidated by beautiful, sexy women. Okay, they want you to like ugly because they're ugly. Okay, they want ugly. It's new pretty. That's basically what libtards are trying to do here. And they've been doing it for a long time. Okay, that's why they're the ones that came up with the body positivity and all that kind of crap. All right, and yet they're the same ones that are overdosing on Ozempic too now. So, body positivity was before Ozempic. Okay, now there's Ozempic. You can't be fat anymore. All right, so there's that. Okay, but Sydney Sweeney is just physically attractive. Okay, men find her attractive. And that's the thing. So there's two types of women in Hollywood. There's the women that women want to be like. Okay, those would probably be your Taylor Swifts. In my generation, it was like Julia Roberts and Meg Ryan. Okay, the women that are like the role models for the Gwyneth Paltrow's, whatever. Okay, the Kate Blanchetts of the world, the Emily Blunts. Okay, those women. Okay, pretty, but they're not really sexy. Okay, but yet they're relatable. Women relate to them. Okay, and so they will go see whatever these women are in because they all see themselves as that character, as that actress in one of their movies. Okay, that there's that type. Okay, the women that women want to be like. Okay, or they see themselves as. Okay, Anne Hathaway, Kate Hudson. There's some more examples. All right, Kate Hudson's mom, Goldie Hawn, back in the day. There's another example. Okay, there's that, the relatability factor. Okay, women relate to these women. Okay, Dakota Johnson. There's another one right there. Okay, women can relate to these women because they're pretty, but they're not super pretty. They're average. Okay, but they get treated in these movies like they're above average. And that's a fantasy for most average women because most women are average. Yeah, most of you are average. I know you don't like hearing that. Everyone tells you you're a queen and all that kind of crap. Get the hell out of here. Okay, you know what? When everyone's a queen, no one is. Okay, you're not all queens. Okay, only some of you are, very few of you are queens. The rest of you are average. They're average nobodies like me. Okay, like everyone else. All right. So get over yourself. All right. So there's that. Okay, and then the other type is the women that men want to be with, and it's usually not even the same type. Nowhere near. Sydney Sweeney is sexy. Okay, men, she can raise a dick. Okay, so men are attracted to her. Men think about her. Men want to have fantasies about her. Okay, and that is scary to feminists. And remember, it's the feminists and the gay guys that control Hollywood. So anything that's going to appeal to the male gaze is considered bad in Hollywood. Okay, it's considered misogynistic and sexist and racist and transphobic and all this other crap that they keep spewing out when nobody watches their shit, when nobody spends money on their crap. Okay, so the Sydney Sweeney falls into the latter category. Okay, she's sexy. Okay, Pamela Anderson, not now, but back in the day, like you were like 30 years ago, Pamela Anderson fell in that category. She was sexy. Back in the day, Marilyn Monroe was sexy. Back in the day, Sophia Loren was sexy, not pretty, sexy. Okay, you see what I mean? Another Sophia Vergara. Okay, not pretty, sexy. You see what I mean? You see the difference? You see where I'm going with this? Okay, there's the women that women want to be like, and then there's the women that men want to be with. Okay, and they're not the same woman. Okay, we like women that are just fucking sexy. That's what we like. Okay, for example, women find I don't know what's her name, Dakota Johnson. Okay, that's their type of girl. She's a girl's girl, right? Okay. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, look at her skin, and all that kind of crap that women always say, right? But then a guy would be like, okay, well, how about like give me like a 1997 J Lo. Okay, that was sexy. That was sexy. Okay, you see what I mean? You see the difference? The difference. There is a difference. Okay, and that's what men respond to. Okay, Sydney Sweeney represents the type of woman that men respond to. Okay, like she gets the blood flowing in my down unders. Okay, she does. I'm not gonna lie, she does. She's very attractive. I'd do her in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, I would. Okay, she looks that good. Absolutely. Okay, but that's intimidating to women. For most women, that's intimidating. They don't want that good. They don't want guys that like that girl. They want guys that like them. They want guys that like Rachel McAdams. They don't want them to like Sydney Sweeney. Ew. That's just misogynistic and it's transphobic and blah, blah, blah. All that kind of shit. Okay, and she's just a whore anyway. So you see what I mean? That's how women get. That's how women get. Okay, when there's a woman better looking than them around, and the men respond to that. Okay, you're never gonna see a movie about this. Okay, you're never gonna see a chick flick, a TV show, a rom-com, a sitcom. You're never gonna see anything like this, okay? Because Hollywood would never allow it, okay? Only women are allowed to be turned on by men in the movies. Men are not allowed to be turned on by women, okay? That's how it is in Hollywood now, how the mighty have fallen. Okay, Hollywood lost the plot a long time ago. Okay, it's men that spend the fucking money. Okay, we're not gonna spend money on shit we don't want to see. Okay, you see what I mean? I'm not gonna spend my money on fucking Dakota Johnson. I will spend my money on Sydney Sweeney. You see the difference? Okay, it's pretty fucking obvious why. Okay, and I did. I spent my money to go see this movie. I saw Housemaid in the theater. Okay, I went with a date. Okay, and we saw it together. Okay, and we both talked about it afterwards, and we both hated it. It was too juvenile. Okay, it was like something written by a 13-year-old girl. Okay, the plot doesn't make sense. So many plot holes. You could fly a 747 through them. Okay, there's no verisimilitude. It's ridiculous. The acting is over the top. And as good as Sydney Sweeney is to look at, she cannot act. She cannot. I don't know why she keeps appealing to the women. All the movies that she's done in the past 2 years are chick, with the exception of Madam Web. Madam Web was for boys, but boys hated it because it was fucking woke. Okay? Because it was woke and men are all assholes. They're all weak. They're all evil. They're all stupid. Okay? It's the girl powers. Girls are in charge. Okay? No wonder no one went to go fucking see it. Okay? So that one was, it was made for men, but when you actually go into the theater to see it, you realize it was made for women. Okay, and obviously Madam Web made no money at all. I think it won the Razzie Award for worst movie of 2024. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The point is, okay, with the exception of Madam Web, all of Sydney Sweeney's movies have been aimed at women because she started her career. Okay, I guess Euphoria. That's a TV show I did not watch. Okay, another good example. Look at Zendaya. Okay, Zendaya is about as pretty as my asshole. Okay. But yet Hollywood keeps promoting her as the hot thing. Okay, and they've been doing it for years now because she's dating Tom Holland and all that. Okay, Tom Holland is gay. Okay, he's gay. I know he plays Spider-Man, but he's gay. He's a gay Spider-Man. That's the only way they would hire a white guy. Okay, he's got to be gay to play Spider. Otherwise, they would have hired a black guy to play the black Spider-Man. You know damn well that's true, okay? You don't believe me about Tom Holland, okay? Look at that video he did. I think it was like a rap sync battle or some crap where he came out wearing high heels, okay, and a garter belt, okay? I'm not making that up. Look it up, okay? I know it's on YouTube, okay? No, he's fucking gay. Tom Holland is gay. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. Obviously, look at that picture back there. That's the first appearance of Spider-Man right there. Okay, but Tom Holland's freaking gay. Okay, my Spider-Man is Tobey Maguire. That's my Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire and maybe Nicholas Hammond. Okay, I'll take them above Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland, definitely. Okay, but you're not going to convince me that Tom Holland and Zendaya are in love with each other. She's a good 6 inches taller than him. Number one. Okay, and Zendaya is butt ass ugly. Okay, she's about as good looking as my asshole. All right, but yeah, that's what Hollywood was promoting as the pretty girl, the it girl, and it ain't working. Okay, none of her movies have made any money. Okay, the only movies she's made that make money is when she's in an ensemble cast, like a Spider-Man. Okay, or like Dune or something like that. When she's one of many actors, then that movie, if it's good, will make money. Okay, but she can't lead a movie. She did a movie last year where, like in the trailer, she has a threesome with 2 fucking incels. Like that's supposed to be some sort of a flex. Okay, you got 2 nerdy guys who can't get fucking laid, and she's gonna fuck both of them at the same time. That's supposed to be like erotic. Are you fucking crazy? You know, but they did that. They did that. Okay, no, Zendaya is ugly as fuck. She might be a nice person. I don't know. I don't give a shit. I know she was on the show with Sydney Sweeney, okay, but she is butt ugly, okay? She just is, okay? She just is. You don't fucking believe me? Look at Spider-Man: Homecoming. That's the one. That's the first Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. It came out in 2017. Okay, there's a scene where him and his gay fat Asian friend, they're in high school. They walk into the library, and there is Zendaya's character, and look at what she fucking looks like. She looks like dog shit. She looks like a dog. No makeup. She's not even smiling. She's with a fucking some sort of a fucking hoodie on, and she looks like shit. Total fucking shit. And this is supposed to be the leading lady of the fucking Spider-Man franchise? Are you out of your fucking mind? She looks like shit. Like human shit. And you're supposed to convince me that this is the woman that Spider-Man is willing to risk his life for? Are you out of your fucking mind? No, it ain't working, okay? But a lot of those those Tom Holland Spider-Man movies are wrong for a lot more reasons than that, okay? I mean, what the hell? Since when is Spider-Man only attracted to black girls? Okay, when the fuck did that happen? I'm reading Spider-Man my whole fucking life, and I never remember that ever fucking happening, okay? Moving right along. So I bet Zendaya and Sydney Sweeney were on a show together called Euphoria. I never watched it. I'm not going to watch that shit because I'm not gay. Okay, that's why I'm not going to watch it, all right? But apparently that's where she like first blew up, okay? Or at least her titties did. And now her tits are more famous than she is, okay? And that's her thing. I know she did another rom-com with Glenn Powell, and she was like engaged to her manager or something. I'm serious. Like 2 years ago she was engaged, but then she had an affair with Glenn Powell while they were making that movie. I forgot the name of that movie. You probably know what it is. I thought about reviewing it a couple of years ago, but I decided not to. Okay. But yeah, and Glenn Powell cheated on his girlfriend with Sydney Sweeney while they're making it. So, and Glenn Powell's girlfriend, she went online and just fucking cooked him. Okay, she went on every fucking podcast and what an asshole he was, how he fucked her over and all this kind of stuff. Whereas I don't know about Sydney Sweeney's fiance. I doubt they're engaged anymore. But who cares? She's just fucking guys now, trying to get her trying to become A-list. Like I said, this is one of the 7 or 8 movies she's made in the past 2 years. Okay, because she's the it girl right now. That's the only reason anyone bankrolled these movies. It's because she's public right now. People know who she is, and whenever you have any sort of publicity, you can monetize it. Okay, that's the only reason. Okay, they've given her so many shots. Every movie struck out until this one. So now we know there's going to be more. There's going to be more Housemaid movies. All right, it's going to be a cinematic universe pretty soon. All right. Okay, so now where did we leave off last time? Now where I left off last time, okay, Millie, that's Sydney Sweeney's character. Okay, she's working as a housemaid for this psycho woman named Nina Winchester. Okay, played by Amanda Seyfried. Yes, someone dug her up. She's trying to get her career back too. Okay, she went from playing nice girls in all of her movies to playing fucking unlovable cunts. and now she's like trying to do both in one movie. So she's an unlovable cunt in this movie. She's crazy. She's psycho. She's a lying. She's a hypocrite. All these things, right? She goes nuts and starts trashing her own kitchen. Millie goes downstairs. Well, her tits go downstairs first, then Millie comes down after that. Okay, trashes her kitchen. She blames Millie for stealing or losing or throwing away her PTA speech that she wrote or some shit like that. Andrew, the rich husband, 6'2", hung to his shoe, ripped abs, square jawed, big shoulders, he's more shredded than a Julienne salad, square jawed, big dick, super wealthy, all that kind of shit that every guy has, right? He walks down there in his surgically attached wife beater that he wears everywhere. Okay, he calms down his wife, whatever, and he apologizes to Millie for his wife treating her like shit. Okay, and all Millie did was walk downstairs. She didn't do anything. She didn't steal any speech or nothing like that. She just walked downstairs. Okay, so all that's going on. Later on in the scene, Millie throws out the trash. She runs into the gardener, or not the gardener. He's the groundsman. Yeah, whatever the fuck that is. And he's not Mexican. I guess he's playing Mexican, but he doesn't look as Mexican as me. Like, he's actually Italian in real life, the actor. Okay, and he pretends to not speak English, but now he tells Millie, "What are you doing here?" And she's like, "Well, I work here." And then he looks up and he sees Nina like peeking out the window, looking at both of them. So he shuts up, turns around, and walks away. So Millie's freaked out. She's scared by this guy, spooked. Later on, we see her in the bathroom. She finds a pill in the toilet, and she sticks her hand in there to look at the pill. Like, what the fuck? I don't know what that pill is. I don't know what it represents. It looks like a gummy bear to me. I don't know what it is. What, a pill for what? What is the pill for? I have no idea. The movie never explains it. I know that, Nina is taking... She told Millie that she's taking hormones because she's pregnant. Okay, but why would Nina use the fourth floor bathroom for that when she can use the bathroom in her own fucking bedroom? Okay, well, Millie's in there cleaning up and stuff, and also we get a jump scare while she moves the medicine cabinet. She closes the mirror there. There's Nina in the back, just staring like that. He's like, jump scare number 15. Okay. Nina tries to explain to her that, the reason she lost her shit downstairs was because she's been under a lot of stress lately. Okay. From what? Okay. She's a housewife. She doesn't have shit to do. Okay. All she has to do all day is fucking clean her house and maybe cook dinner for her fucking husband when he gets home with her daughter. Okay. That's it. She has no other fucking responsibilities. But yes, she needed to hire a housemaid. It makes no sense. Anyway, she's been stressed out lately. Millie tells her that it must be all those hormones that she's been taking, okay, that are making her crazy. Oops. She said crazy to Nina. Yes, we know Nina's crazy, okay, but when you don't tell your boss that she's crazy just because she's acting crazy. Otherwise, you're going to get fired, okay? And we already know that Millie cannot afford to lose this job because she just got out of the joint. And if she's unemployed, they're going to send her back into the prison so she can finish out the remaining 5 years of her sentence. We do not know what she went to prison for yet, okay? So anyway, so she can't afford to lose this job. She lied on her resume, but she got hired anyway. That should tell you something right there, okay? So that's going on here. Millie tells... Now, Nina, when she got interviewed, Nina told Millie that she's pregnant, okay? And that she's taking hormones, whatever, okay? So, and that Andrew, her husband, does not know yet, okay? So that's why Millie made that statement, okay? It must be those hormones you're taking, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and then she tells Nina, but I didn't say anything to Andrew that you're taking these hormones. And Nina says, "Get out! I have to take a shower. And you still have to prepare dinner later." So she kicks Millie out of the bathroom, all right? And she treats Millie like shit throughout the whole movie, all right? Later on, Millie's making chicken piccata for dinner. Now, it's not explained in the movie why the fuck Nina is not there to have dinner with her husband and her daughter. We do not know if it was somewhere in the movie, if someone mentioned it. I did not catch it, okay? If you caught it, please tell me, okay? But for some reason, Nina is not at home this evening to have dinner with her family. So all you've got is Millie, Andrew, the husband, and Cece, the 7-year-old daughter. And that's it. Okay? And Millie's preparing chicken piccata for them. Okay? For dinner. Andrew tells Millie that Cece did not have her afternoon snack, so she's really hungry. So she wants to eat her chicken piccata right fucking now. So Millie, of course, being a nice, sexy housemaid, she, gets up and goes over to the kitchen, okay, and presents her the chicken piccata and asks her, what would you like to drink? She says, I want orange juice, but I'm not going to drink it out of this glass. This glass is filthy. And Millie says, like, well, I took it out of the dishwasher a little while ago. She's like, this glass is filthy. Drinking juice is a privilege, and I do not drink juice from filthy glasses. Okay, so Millie's like, okay, fucking cunt, damn. Okay, so Millie must feel like absolute shit. The only person in this house being nice to her is Andrew, and we know damn well why Andrew's being nice to her. Okay, same reason I would be nice to her. Okay, so that's a load of shit right there. Okay, her employer Nina is a bitch, and her daughter's a fucking bitch. Okay, so she just can't win. Okay, so that's going on here. Okay, blah blah blah. Okay, Andrew offers Millie to ask Millie to join them for dinner. She says, "This is delicious. Why don't you grab a plate for yourself and sit down with us?" And she's like, "Oh no, I can't. No, that's all right." She turns it down. Okay, then she goes back upstairs to her room. Okay. Alone in her room, she's scrolling through her phone. I guess she found one of Andrew's social media pages, okay? Either his Facebook or his Instagram or whatever. Okay, so she's going through Andrew's social media. Okay, she's looking at all these pictures of him, all right? So clearly, she's starting to get a little moist down there for him. It's pretty damn obvious, all right? He just shows up like Captain Save-A-Ho. I guess that's his job right there, to save women from other women or from abusive boyfriends or abusive husbands like he did, and It Ends With Us. Remember that piece of shit? I already reviewed that movie. All the episodes are on this channel, okay? But yeah, he was Captain Save-A-Ho, and now when he's Captain Save-A-Ho, supposedly, in this one, he's the only one being nice to her. So, of course, that's turning her on, okay? So that's going on here. Okay, she's turned on. Her pussy's all wet for him, just longing for Andrew Winchester to stick his Winchester in her. Okay, Andrew arrives. He opens the door and comes in. Okay, and she's all ready and like she's been double clicking her mouse, waiting for this. Okay, and then all of a sudden he shows up with a cupcake. Okay, on a plate. Okay, he's dressed all nice, he's got his shoes on, he's got his black slacks, he's got his collared shirt with the sleeves rolled up, open collar, brings her the cupcake or whatever. Hey, this is for you. And then immediately he starts caressing her neck and her hair and her ear and shit. She's just like, oh, and it's just like Niagara Falls down there. Okay, I mean, her pussy is just flexing, just waiting for him to get in there. Okay, it's so friggin' obvious. Okay, and she's just okay, so she's like, yeah, she's basically like a groupie. All right, so that's all going on. Oh, here comes the R&B song sang by some fucking anonymous fucking R&B singer who gives a shit what her name is, but they start playing the jazz R&B song, whatever Cardi B sang last week, all that kind of fucking shit is just going on, and they're touching each other, and they're fucking dry humping and frottaging, and all of a sudden, no! She wakes up. It was a dream. No, oh no, 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 no. Oh no 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 no. I'm serious. That's what she does. Okay? Absolutely fucking not. Yeah, right. So you know what that means. That means she's gonna fuck him later. We all know that. That's what we paid to see. Come on. We know that's gonna happen. All right. So that's going on here. The next day, while she's setting a table, I guess it's a breakfast table, I guess for brunch or something. She's putting all these plates on there so that the family can have a choice, a selection of what they want to eat for breakfast. And while she's doing that, we get another jump scare. Nina surprises her from behind, like, "I want you to feel safe here." And she's like, and turns around, it's Nina there, and she's standing there holding a key in her hand. He goes, "Here is the key to your door, as requested." Like that, okay? Now Millie's room upstairs is basically a dungeon. There's not even a bathroom in there. It's a tiny little room with one bed, a little tiny triangular window that does not open, okay? And even if it did open, she couldn't fucking fit out of it anyway, okay? There's one door to get in and out. It's a heavy oak wooden door, okay, with a lock on the outside. Okay, there's even scratch marks next to the door handle, as if someone had been locked in there once and tried to claw their way out. Okay, all of this was mentioned in the beginning of the movie. Millie saw all of this. Okay, she even knows that the room is soundproof. Okay, so if she's screaming for help, nobody's gonna hear her. Okay, all this was explained already, but yet Millie still took the goddamn job. Are you out of your fucking mind? Okay, she did request from Nina that she has a key to the door. Now, why the fuck would she need a key to the door to a room that only locks from the outside? Okay, it's not gonna fucking help. So why does she need the fucking key? Why did she even agree to this? Okay, it's a fucking multi-million-dollar mansion here. Okay, there's got to be a guest room somewhere, at least one with a bathroom closer than having to walk 2 flights of stairs and then walk across the hall to use the bathroom. This is bullshit. It's not believable. It's not realistic at all. Okay, no human being would ever agree to this. Okay, so you cannot convince me that Millie's fear of going back to jail is the reason she stayed in this job. All she has to do is tell her parole officer, "I do not fucking feel safe there. The woman is batshit crazy. Okay, the kid doesn't even fucking like me. Okay, I will find employment elsewhere." Okay? And if she really believes she got hired, then at any moment they could do a background check on her and they'll realize that her resume was fake and that she's actually an ex-con who's still serving out her sentence. You see what I mean? None of this goes through anyone that made this movie's mind. They just expect you to go with everything that you're seeing right now. Okay? Right now, Millie's using a phone that was given to her by Nina. Because she said, use this phone instead, because this phone's got all the credit card information in it. Well, that's great. I mean, obviously that'll come in helpful when she's shopping for the family. But if she wants to talk to, I don't know, her boyfriend or her mom or something, it's probably better she use her own phone for that, which has her own credit card information on it. You see what I mean? Realistically, she would have 2 phones. But for some reason, now she no longer has her personal phone. The only phone she has is the one that was given to her by Nina Winchester. This is ridiculous. Nobody would agree to this shit. And live in a room that locks from the outside through a door that she cannot open in a soundproof room with one window that she cannot fit out of? With a boss who's psycho crazy and a fucking liar? And a daughter that fucking doesn't like her. Oh, and the husband's turning her on. These are all red flags when you're working for somebody, okay? As a housemaid. This is a load of shit. All right, so all that shit's going on here, okay? Nina stares down at Millie while asking about how dinner was last night. Okay, Andrew only pretends to like Nina's cooking. That's what she says. Whenever I cook for Andrew, he just pretends to like it because he loves me. Okay, and she stares at all the food that Nina prepared for their brunch. Okay, she's just looking and she's like, "There's too much bacon there. What are you trying to do? Kill us all?" And then walks away. Like what the fuck, man? Anyway, that's going on. Next scene. Later, Millie is about to leave. Okay, when Nina shows up. Now it's like in the late morning, like on a Saturday now. Okay, and Nina, of course, is wearing all beige. All she ever wears is beige. Okay, just so you know, all she ever wears is beige. Beige in that house. Everything in the house is fucking beige. Okay, and so now it's like late Saturday morning. Nina's dressed up to go out. Okay, she's gonna go do something, and then Nina shows up drunk because she's always got a cocktail in her hand or something. She shows up drunk, okay, and tells Millie to stop. Okay, like, where are you going? And he's like, well, I have Saturdays off. I have Saturdays off, remember? And she's like, no, 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 no. I can't spare you today. I missed my hair salon appointment because you threw my speech notes away, remember? Now, that never happened. Like I said, she fucking lied about that. Okay, now she did have a hair appointment, but now we find out she didn't make her hair appointment, okay? Because Andrew was the one that told her about her hair appointment and that she needed to make it to get her roots done, okay? Okay, well, Millie says, like, but I have a meeting that I cannot miss, okay? I just need a couple of hours and then I'll come back. And Nina says, like, absolutely not. Okay, at this time, Andrew arrives with Cece. Now, Cece's a 7-year-old girl. He's carrying her on his back, okay, like he's giving her a ride, you know, like dads do with their little kids. So he's walking down the stairs with this little girl on his back, okay? So he arrives, okay, and, you know, and of course, he's wearing beige as well. And so everyone in this movie is wearing beige except for Millie, okay? And he tells Nina that it's okay for her to go. Okay, it's okay for Millie to go. No, 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 let her go. Let her go, Nina, okay? It's all right. It's all right. We don't need her today. It's fine. Okay? He's like, me and Cece, we're going to go out to the park and spend all day there, you know? So, you know, and Nina's just like, have a good time. Like that, okay? So basically, Andrew just cock-blocked Nina while she was trying to flex, okay? Another reason why Andrew gets Millie all fucking hot down there is because he's always there to defend her from his psycho wife, okay? Now, where did Millie go? Well, it turns out that she went to go see her probation officer, okay? Millie's narration has been, okay, the reason we heard her voiceover in the beginning of the movie was because she writes in a journal. Her probation officer makes her write in a journal every day. So that's what we were listening to, okay? When we heard her voice talking about how she lied about her resume and all that kind of stuff, that's where it came from. It came from her journal, okay? So the probation officer, okay, is there. We find out that Millie had a job before working for the Winchesters at a place called Charlie's, okay? But she quit that job, okay? Later on, we'll find out why, okay? But she quit that job, okay? Because men are all fucking pieces of shit. That's why. Okay, according to the people of Hollywood, the people that make this movie, men are all pieces of shit. Okay, women are never pieces of shit. They're all nice and wonderful. Everything nice. Sugar and spice and everything nice. But men are all fucking worthless, disgusting pieces of shit. According to these movies in Hollywood in general. Okay, women never do anything wrong. Okay, because the housemaid job kind of just fell on her lap. So that's why she took this job. That's why she quit her job at Charlie's, which was a bar, and now she's working as a housemaid. She couldn't resist the offer. Okay, it fell on her lap. Okay, because she's a live-in housemaid, so she doesn't have to pay rent and she doesn't have to worry about meals or any of that kind of stuff. All right, so that's why she's saving money. Okay, and she gives her probation officer all the contact. This is the address, this is the phone number. These are my employers, all that kind of stuff. Right? Okay. Parole officer asks if she's seen anyone. Like, is she dating anyone right now? And then Millie reveals that she hasn't had sex in 10 years. Well, obviously, she had sex, but she had lesbian sex in prison. She hasn't had heterosexual sex in 10 years, okay? Because she's been in prison, okay? The probation officer tells her that she cannot lose this job or the living situation. Otherwise, she will serve the remaining 5 years of her sentence in prison. Okay? So of course Millie's like, so this is the reason Millie is just putting up with all of Nina's bullshit. Okay? Because she can't afford to lose this job. Now that right there is bullshit. Like I said before, all she has to do is tell his probation, I don't feel safe there. I don't feel safe. This woman is very erratic, okay? She's contradicting herself. She's lied about me already. She doesn't like me. She yells at me. And I don't feel safe in that room. Okay, there's a door in there that only locks from the outside. Okay, I can't, there's no window. If there was a fire, okay, how would I get out? The things like that. Okay, I don't feel safe there. I'm going to look for something else. Okay, that's what she should have told parole officer. And by law, they have to accept that. In fact, by law, they have to help her find a job. Okay, it won't be something nice like a housemaid for a bunch of millionaires, but it'll be something until she's back on her feet. Okay, there's plenty of places to hire ex-cons. You know why they do it? Because they're cheaper. Because they're cheaper to hire them. Okay, so yeah, so all that's going on here. Okay. Like I said, it's bullshit for me. Millie would just have to find another job and a place to live by quitting. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's it. All right. But of course, the movie is really underlining the fact that Millie cannot quit this job. And the reason they put that scene in there, the reason the probation officer told her that, the way she said it, is because this is how they want you, the audience, okay, to accept for the other situations that are about to happen in this movie. Okay, they want you to think, because normally you would think, like, well, just fucking quit. It's not worth it, okay? That's why they put the scene there, so that you, the audience, can know for the rest of the bullshit situations that happen in the movie, the reason she can't quit is because her parole officer told her that if she quits, she'll go back to prison. Ooh. Okay, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Okay? But that's why they underline that scene. Okay, I'm going to stop my review right here, but I'll be back soon to continue my review of The Housemaid. I thank you for watching this long, and I'll see you soon on the next one. Bye.